Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good night, depends on the time you're watching this. We are the team made up of three people, Nisela Perez Cruz, Nani Mariceli Perez Escobar, and me, Jorge Luis Gomez Velasquez. Well, now we're going to see an important topic for education that is called auditory learners. You may guess, what is an auditory learner? Well, it's simply, let me tell you. The auditory learner is the one who prefer to learn things through hearing or listening. Yeah, as we know, we have the visual ones. The visual ones are the people who prefer to learn through videos, through pictures, through colors, and that stuff. But now, the auditory ones are different. Are the ones who prefer listening. Okay, if you may prefer to turn on the radio to listen to the news instead of turning TV, then probably you are the auditory learner. Yes, like you just listen. I I'm let me tell you something. I consider myself like a half visual and half auditory because if I if I'm going to pretend to learn some new vocabulary, brand new vocabulary, I prefer 100% hearing a podcast. Listening to a podcast for me is the best way to learn new words, new expressions, and yeah, it's so entertaining for me because if I have if I'm staying in my house, if I stay in the street or whatever, if I has the access to a podcast, I do. So yeah, students learn most effectively by listening. As like I said, you are visual if you pretending to learn something by pictures, but kinesthetic if you are like movements. But if you like to listen things, you are better learner by listening things. You are definitely an auditory learner. Okay, let's continue to my partner, Lady Mariceli. Up next.
Auditory learners characteristics. There are many great characteristics that auditory learners have, such as good memory for spoken information, good public speaking abilities, strong listening skills, excelling oral presentations and exams, good at telling stories, able to explain ideas well, and a good ability to read aloud and written information. Understanding these characteristics can help teachers identify auditory learners in the classroom. Teachers who can identify these students can help to create opportunities to learn and offer auditory learning strategies if a student isn't grasping a concept or ability to understand. How to teach auditory learners. Some of the best general ways that teachers can help to connect to auditory learners include repetition. Repeating spoken information can help them comprehend best. Multiple learning outlets. Listening to instructions, read them, and watch them gives different options for learning. Help them identify their learning style. When students are able to understand how they learn best, they can play an active role in learning. Verbal discourses. Verbal discourses can be important in helping auditory learners.
If you are an auditory learner, there are many things you can do to help yourself be better at learning and focusing in a classroom or work setting. Some things you can do include is ask questions. You learn best if you hear answers, so that involves raising your hand and asking the question. 2. Listen to background music. As you study, play sort of classic music that can help you focus. 3. Find a study buddy. You likely do better studying if you have someone to repeat information to or who can help read information to you. A study buddy is ideal for auditory learners. And our last one, participate in discussion. You learn best by talking and listening, so get involved in class discussion is a great way for you to enhance your learning. There are some specific strategies that teachers can try that involve auditory learning. Some of these strategies will help teachers meet individual students' needs and create an environment where students can thrive, learning in the way that works best for them. Number 1, utilize podcasts. This is about giving students the options to read articles or listen to podcasts to learn about certain subjects. 2, reward class participation. Reward class participation is about giving students the opportunity and motivation to participate by speaking and conversing with each other and the teacher. 3, record lecture. Record lecture if a student is out sick. Listen to the lecture instead of reading notes can be a great way to help auditory learners. And our last one, read loud. Read loud is use the opportunities to read loud to gain information through reading, but still be able to use auditory functions to help them comprehend better.